Cotton Factory, one of the true gems in Hamilton. I've been lucky enough to be there many times, and it's a hotbed for creative artists. Coming up later this month, the PIVOT Symposium will celebrate technology and the arts, and maybe we can bring some change about that in our community. Great to see Rob Zeidler from the Cotton Factory. It's been a while since I saw you. I came to see you at the Cotton Factory a few years ago, so thanks for coming in to us here. So I think Cotton Factory and I think arts.
Right, but this is not arts. It's about creativity, but it's focused on technology. Now, when we came up with this idea, I used to be on the executive of the Hamilton Chamber of Commerce. It's about promoting Hamilton as a tech center. When people think of Hamilton and you talk about the art scene, absolutely, they get it straight away. When you talk about housing, real estate, they get it straight away. And then you say technology, and they go, sure, Kitchener, Waterloo, and Toronto. And they don't realize the last numbers, good numbers we have pre-COVID, Hamilton was the #1 mid-sized city for tech in terms of growth in Canada, and #2 in North America, right? So there's only one American city that's having more growth in tech than Hamilton. And that's the message. And it's not, first of all, it's to Hamiltonians, because most Hamiltonians don't know that. But it's also to the GTHA. Is a lot of people don't think of Hamilton and tech, and it's a huge sector. And you know what Hamilton needs more than anything else is job growth, and that's where the job growth is going to be.
So the symposium itself is what?
Well, originally it started focusing on tech and the technology itself, and we've sort of 2020 wasn't such a good year for holding a conference, nor was 2021. So we're holding it, the initial one now, and what we're really focused on is not the technology, it is the creative solutions that are driven by technology. So, you know, while it's happening here in Hamilton, and there's all these amazing companies and startups doing incredible things, it's about, you know, how do we solve the world hunger crisis? How do we solve the housing shortage? How do we allow cars on the road safely that are self-driving, and all these other things? So it's, there's a whole design thinking, which is a way of solving problems, which is people-centric. And McMaster University, Dr. Fleisig from McMaster University is coming in to talk about that. So it's really about creative problem solving using technology than just focusing on, oh, here's a cool widget that does this cool thing.
You're putting the call out to Hamilton tech companies, but also outside the GTHA to come to Hamilton. Is it at the Cotton Factory?
It's at the Cotton Factory. Okay. Because this is what's like, even if you say, oh, well, I'm not in the tech sector. Anybody who owns a cell phone knows that technology is changing your life and your business. So even if you're not in the tech sector and just want to know what's going on in Hamilton and the amazing things that are being done by companies, by the city of Hamilton, and by the universities and the higher education. So like Mac is totally changing their engineering program to adapt to all these changes. So is Mohawk. The city's, you know, trying to figure out how do we safely put self-driving vehicles on the road, not endanger anybody. There's all these problems which are going to help us as humans.
Is this wanting you to change who's at the Cotton Factory into more tech? Or you still want to be dedicated to the arts there?
Yeah.
This is just more about a promotion of what's happening in this town, making people aware, not only in this town, but outside the town.
Right. So this comes from when I used to be on the executive of the Hamilton Chamber of Commerce. I'm a big Hamilton booster, and we need to make people aware of all the stuff that's going on in Hamilton. Now, it's starting out in the Cotton Factory. My vision is in 2 or 3 years it will be too big for the Cotton Factory and we'll move it elsewhere, but I'm at the Cotton Factory, so it's at the Cotton Factory.
That's the Cotton Factory, and it comes up on November the 17th. For more information, pivottech.ca.
Yes.
To sign up there. They also have their Twitter and Instagram, and you can follow the Cotton Factory CA on Instagram, and we'll link it all up with our social media and our website, chch.com. Rob, great idea. And good to see you again.
Good to see you. Oh, yeah.